The bass guitar, as the name points out already, received its two main ways of plucking the strings from the classical guitar. In Spanish, these two ways are called the tirando pluck or the apoyando pluck, meaning tirando is the open pluck and the apoyando is the non-open pluck. Let's now look at the tirando pluck. The tirando or open pluck is like a walking motion with your fingers. It's a very smooth walking motion. You can also practice this on a table plate or on the back of your instrument. This open plucking technique is usually done with your index and your middle finger, like on guitar. This is called alternate plucking between index and middle finger. You can start either way, doesn't really matter, but make sure both fingers are treated equal and you get the same sound and walking motion with both fingers. Let me now just play some notes of the C major scale in the first position on the bass and watch what I'm doing with the right hand. So you might have noticed that while I was plugging all 5 strings in this case, I was moving my thumb along with the strings. I know a lot of players don't like to do this, some players do it. I actually like to do it because my thumb is used, like on classical guitar, to also mute strings, and by moving my thumb along with my plucking hand, especially on 5-string bass, I don't have this large stretch between my thumb and the fingers. But this is strictly a personal preference, and of course there are also players, or you can do it if you want, that you just put your thumb somewhere on the pickup or on the instrument and just keep it there as some kind of anchor. Let's now look at the apoyando pluck. The other way of plucking the strings, the apoyando pluck or non-open pluck, is not like a walking motion, but it's more like stepping at a point, or maybe using your stiff fingers as sort of a drumstick, for example. And since this, of course, pushes down the string a bit, there's also quite a chance that you get some fret noise with it. So this technique usually is done a little bit more on the bridge pickup, where the string, of course, is harder. And you might ask, okay, why are there actually these two ways, the open or non-open pluck? Simple answer, of course, they sound a little bit different. The open pluck sounds a little more bell-like, I would assume. And the non-open pluck sounds a bit more compressed, mid-rangey, and is really good for funk music, for example. Also be aware that when you're doing the non-open pluck, the finger, once you pluck the string, comes to rest on the next lower string. So it sort of gets stopped by the next string. And it's a bit more difficult to actually bring your finger back or prepare the next finger. But therefore, of course, you are rewarded with a great, funky, mid-rangey, fat sound. Thanks for watching. See you next time.